Well, good morning and welcome to another Fraud Watch Friday. This is a pretty special one because we're going to talk about text phishing. And although you may not know what text phishing is, you've probably experienced it before. We want to talk about how to avoid it as much as possible. Have you ever received a text message out of the clear blue that asks you if you bought a certain thing or made a purchase at a particular store or withdrew a certain amount from the bank? Sometimes it'll involve an amount and sometimes it won't. It'll just say, did you make a purchase or did you withdraw a certain amount or did you deposit a certain amount? There'll be some kind of a question that asks you for an answer, and it'll have a return address on it of the bank or the store or the organization that is in question about money spent or money placed or withdrawn. And when you answer that, if you respond that you didn't make that purchase or that you didn't buy that, it might even say your purchase has been recorded in your credit card company or something like that. It'll be something about a purchase or an expenditure of money. And when you say that you didn't make that, it'll tell you someone from our organization is going to call you to get this straightened out. There's usually that built-in warning there that this is false. We're going to give you a call. We're going to get it sorted out. The thing to do at that point is to hang up. If you know you didn't make the purchase, if you know you didn't spend that much money or you didn't call, it's usually a considerable amount of money, then you don't even want to talk to the people. But if you go so far as to let them call you, they're going to say that they're from this organization, this bank, this store, this organization where the money is in question, and they're going to start asking you for some very personal information. Things like, well, what's your username for this particular account? What is your password for this particular account? Uh, this is your second warning that this is a scam call. Anytime someone you don't know asks you for personal information like username, password, etc., hang up. Don't pay any attention to it. Don't give them any information. If you are careless enough, maybe busy enough, maybe confused enough, but if you're careless enough to share this personal information for you with them, you need to know that you're not alone. It's not that you are foolish or silly for doing it. You're doing what most people do because they're preying on your fear of fraud and they're going to convince you that they are there to help. And they have to have this information in order to give you the help that you need. They're going to tell you that they will cancel the payment if they can get into your account to get it canceled, but they have to have access to your account. There's going to be some story about why they need this information. If you've gotten this far, there's your third warning. Don't go any further. No matter what information you've given them, hang up and report this scam call. Once they have your credentials, if you go so far as to giving them a username, your password, etc., there's still a chance that you might be able to save the day if you have implemented what's called multi-factor authentication, or sometimes called second factor authentication. That's that thing that you're more common with and you're frustrated by, and it's difficult sometimes to have them send you a second code or word or set of numbers that you need to give back to them in a text so that they know it's really you. So let's say you have given them your username and your password, and they say, I'm going to clear out your account for you. I'm going to credit this account for you. And so you feel pleased about that and you hang up. When they try to call, they will be sent this authentication message. Like, if you're really you, then text this number or call this number and give us the number back that we give you. It's always a good idea to have multi-factor authentication set up on every account that you have. Some accounts will give you a choice as to whether you have this authentication and you think, oh, I don't want to mess with that. It's just so difficult to constantly wait for that message, send a message back. That frustration level is called friction. And the companies try to keep enough friction out of their transactions that you'll continue to do business with them. So put up with a little bit of frustration, a little bit of friction, and have multi-factor or at least two-factor authentication set up on every financial kind of account that you might have. If you do these things, you're much less likely to be scammed into releasing personal information because you got a text that a certain amount had been spent, a certain amount had been withdrawn from a bank. You've protected yourself in the best way you possibly can. So I would suggest for you that, first of all, you never share your personal information, username, password, any personal information, social security number, anything at all. Never share it with someone you do not know. Never share it with someone who has no reason to know it. Secondly, get multi-factor authentication or two-factor identification on any account that you have. This message seems especially timely because this is Cybersecurity Month. The month of October is the month that we need to become aware of the many, many scams that are online scams that we can avoid if we just do some special, simple little thing and put up with a little bit of frustration in order to make our accounts secure. That's it for today. I hope you tune in to Ed Michaels on the 18th of November. Fraud Watch Friday is every third Friday of the month, and we're really glad when you tune in to find out how to avoid those scams. Remember, if you spot a scam, you can avoid a scam. You can stop a scam. Thanks for listening, and tune in to Ed next month. Bye-bye.